Hi, my name is Andre Cohen, and I want to say thank you so much for joining us. One of the things that is extremely important is making sure that professionals have the best tools, the best conversations, and the best networking opportunities as possible. So, the Adler Graduate School and CEU partners are working in conjunction to provide continuing education credits for professionals. At this time in our evolution, we are primarily working for and towards making sure that people in the helping professions get their CEUs. So, social workers, psychologists, therapists, career counselors, police officers, fire departments. So really working with those folks to make sure that they have the best in continuing education credits. We have a number of excellent presenters, some focusing on very timely issues, for example, in terms of forensics, examination of psychological issues. And so how do you really tease out those elements, and how do they show up kind of in either deviant or criminal behavior? Some of our topics deal with life's challenges that we all face. So what does it mean to be unstuck from your current career? How do you make a career transition, moving from one place to another? How do you go about finding motivation in your current career, given either the nature of how long you've been in it or the nature of change in that field? And so one of the things that we really try to lock onto is the ease of working with us. And so if you go to ceupartners.org, you'll see a number of links that you can attach yourself to. You can go and enroll in any of our courses. But we want to make sure that you know that these courses are not for the weak at heart. So we deal with some really tough issues. And we deal with them in such a way that you can actually use them as practical tools in your work. Because ultimately, if you can't use them, then it does us no good to present them. And so you will find those pieces right here at this address right here. So ceupartners.org, and we'll get you going. One of the things another thing that I want to bring to your attention is that some of you may say, well, why don't I just go to a workshop and get CEUs elsewhere and submit them to my my governing board or my approving board? You can do that. But as many of us know who've done that, sometimes those things aren't accepted, or we take a gamble. And particularly when you're in the last month of the opportunity to get CEUs, you don't want to gamble with whether the certifying board will take that credit or not. Because I'm sure that you've run into that in working with your licensing board. Sometimes they get backlogged as well, particularly when folks have procrastinated to get their CEU credit. So we offer pre-approved, board-certified continuing education credits in a way that makes sense for you and also for your budget. So if you're looking for that cutting edge, those cutting edge courses, you're looking for the ease of access to continuing education courses, if you're looking for personal and professional development, and maybe you don't need a CEU, this program also works for you. And the unique thing about this is that we're in conjunction with the Adler Graduate School. And so one of the things that might interest you is if you continue getting CEUs from continuing education partners or CEU partners, you may want to go ahead and get a license for those people who haven't. Or you may find some things about Adlerian psychology that is so profound that you say, I have to be a part of this this organization. And so we want to encourage you to think about all those opportunities that are in front of you. And so as we move forward with continuing education and CEU partners, we want to recognize that there are some basic needs that people are going after, and we try to meet those needs. Everyone is looking for safety, significance, and belonging. How they get that safety, significance, and belonging can be vastly different, but we know that that is a need that human beings have to get those needs met. And so what we know is if we can help you secure your CEUs, then we're well on our way to being a partner to helping you get your safety, your significance, and your belonging. And so as much as we can be an aid and a help to you, we like to do that. And if you go right over here to this this website, ceupartners.org, there's a telephone number there that you can call, and we'll respond to you. You can go to the Adler Graduate School website, which is alfredadler.edu. You can go there. We also accept all sorts of payments, so don't ever worry about that. If you need scholarships, so one of the things that we also know is that as a working professional, sometimes even for our professional development, we might not necessarily have the funds available to us to get those continuing education credits, but we don't want that to be a barrier for you. We want to make sure that you have the opportunity to get what you need to continue to be a lifelong learner and a professional in the field. And so if you're in need of scholarships, we have scholarship funds, we have scholarship programs that are available for folks who may need to get these continuing education credits, but might not have the money on hand right now. Some of these are financial-based scholarships, others are merit-based scholarships. So just contact us. You can reach us at ceupartners.org, and we'll try to see if there's a program that works for you. And so as the world is changing, there are, there's all sorts of violence in the world right now. There's conflict in and through communities. We want to make sure that we equip counselors, therapists, police officers, firefighters with the most up-to-date and accurate tools, best practices, action research-based practices that we can, so that we continue to empower our community to become a better place. Because ultimately, when you do better, we all do better. So for this particular break, we're going to go ahead and stop and head back to the rest of our program. And we hope that this short commercial has really encouraged you to really think about, when you think about continuing education courses, give us a call. Continuing education is what we do. And so at CEU Partners, we want to thank you for your time. We'll let you get back to the program. And don't forget, when you're looking for continuing education credits, check out ceupartners.org for your advancing education. All right, thanks. Back to the show.